The Universal Audio Volt 476 brings analog vintage warmth and hardware compression to your desktop. But is it worth the premium over rivals? Here's what you get. Enjoy the rich, album-ready sound of classic UA 610 preamps with vintage mode. Add clarity and punch to vocals, instruments, and more with an analog compressor based on the renowned 1176, and record and mix with the award-winning Luna digital audio workstation, giving you the sound and workflow of a real analog studio. Vintage mic preamp mode adds analog character to recordings, making vocals and instruments sound warmer and more present without needing plugins. It's a simple switch that genuinely changes the tone, and it's available on 2 inputs. This feature alone justifies the price for users who want that classic UA sound. The built-in 76 compressor on channels 1 and 2 is a rare find at this price point. It emulates the classic UA 1176 compressor, giving you hardware compression with fast attack and release options. For vocalists and guitarists, this is a game-changer for tracking with compression directly to disc. Build quality is excellent with a metal chassis and robust knobs. The Volt 476 feels premium and durable, suitable for both studio and mobile use. The vintage aesthetic with the brushed metal and large VU meter adds a nice touch. MIDI I/O is included, which is not always standard on interfaces in this price range. This makes it ideal for producers using hardware synthesizers or controllers. You can connect keyboards and drum machines without extra adapters. The 24-bit/192 kHz conversion is clean and transparent, with low latency drivers. UA's drivers are stable on both Mac and Windows, and the interface works well with most DAWs. The headphone output is also decently powered. Only 2 of the 4 inputs have the vintage preamp and compressor features. Channels 3 and 4 are basic line inputs with no additional processing. If you need to record multiple sources with the UA character, you'll need to upgrade to a more expensive model. There is no onboard DSP for effects processing, unlike UA's Apollo line. This means any reverb, delay, or EQ must be done in your DAW, which can be a limitation for live streaming or low-latency monitoring without a computer. Competitors like the RME Babyface Pro offer Total Mix FX, but at a higher price. The price of €379 is significantly higher than many 4-input interfaces like the Focusrite Scarlett 4i4. While you get the vintage mode and compressor, the value proposition is weaker if you don't need those specific features. For the same money, you could get an interface with more inputs or a DOT expansion. The included software bundle is decent, but not as generous as some competitors. You get some UA plugins and Ableton Live Lite, but other brands offer full versions of software or more diverse plugin collections. The Volt 476 doesn't come with a full DAW, which might be a deal breaker for beginners. The Universal Audio Volt 476 is a solid choice if you want analog character and hardware compression in a budget-friendly UA interface. However, its limited feature set and higher price mean it's best for those who specifically need the vintage preamp and 76 compressor. For most users, a cheaper interface with more inputs may be a better value. Check the link in the description for the best price on the Volt 476 and support the channel.